Hi, Hinsey. My name is Morgan Frazier, and I want to say it has been a pleasure being in your class. To answer your first question, also I apologize, I have two kittens. If you see them running around, I apologize. Um, to answer your first question about the dispositions, I fully agree with all of them, strongly agree with all of them. However, I think some of them take time and experience to fully attain and possess. Um, so I think I still have a lot to learn. But that being said, I think there's two that I actually do possess right now. The first one is that I wholeheartedly believe that all students can learn. Um, I've seen it happen right in front of me. I've seen students with multiple disabilities learn something new right in front of me, and I absolutely love to see that. I believe all students can learn. Their goals need to be set attainable for them. And so I've seen it happen, and I absolutely love that. Um, I think it's very, very important for all educators to come to this realization that all students can learn. That way they're able to set appropriate goals for each student individually, and allow them to reach those goals and allow them to also see their own progress. I think that's really important for students to be able to see their own progress, and self-monitor. I think the second disposition that I possess right now, this far in my career, is that I model integrity by my words and actions. You probably see me talk about my mom a lot in my posts. And this past school year, I had the privilege of working as an aide for her second grade classroom. So that was really, really, really cool. And the reason I bring her up when I talk about this disposition is because I feel like she is the main reason why I possess this disposition. I've watched her my whole life, and she really is an excellent example of what a teacher should be. And so I think she's one of the main reasons I have this characteristic is because it's a learned behavior from her. Just things like how to speak to coworkers, how to speak to students. So I think that's really important, and I think I've learned it from her. To answer your second question, there was one disposition that stood out to me that I definitely will need to work on before I start teaching, and that is understanding the impact of community involvement and servant leadership as it applies to the welfare of others in the educational setting. I don't feel like I fully understand the impact that community can have on students. My mom does teach at a Title I school, and so I've worked at a Title I school, so I've seen a lot of low-income families, but I don't think I fully understand how crucial community involvement can be for some children. Although through my project that I've been doing, my clinical field experience, I've experienced some of that because I've worked with a kindergarten prep program, and so I've seen how beneficial that can be to students. So I think that was the one disposition I think I will need to work on. And to answer your last question, I think there are so many different characteristics that go into describing what a professional educator looks like. Some of them that I think are important would be honesty, integrity, perseverance, and compassion. I think a professional educator always has their students' best interest in mind, and compassion is absolutely crucial. I mean, they may be little, but they are people, and they have bad days, and I think it's very important to remember that, and it's okay. It's okay to have bad days, and so just to show a little grace and remember that. I think professional educators, one of the major things is that they're able to work with others, and they're not afraid to work with others and collaborate. So I think that's really important, and I think the last thing about a professional educator is that you can't forget the fun part of it. You got to be able to laugh and have fun with your students while they learn, and especially elementary. They like to laugh and they like to have fun, so I think that's a really big part of it. And I think a professional educator is someone who's well-rounded, easygoing, and holds themselves to high standards in order for their students to learn. So I think that answers all of your questions. I'll end it there. Thanks.